Hey guys, this is Chris from MediaMites podcast, and we're down here at Lexington Comic Con, and we're talking to...
I'm Ryan Glitch, and I am the sci-fi speed dating guy.
So tell me, what exactly is the sci-fi speed dating?
Sci-fi speed dating is exactly what it sounds like. It is speed dating for super fans. We operate only at different pop culture conventions around the U.S. and Canada. We are working on going internationally, but, expensive. We do about 60 shows per year now, and we've been in business for 7 years. We are responsible for 187 geek marriages, 39 couples currently engaged, and I believe we're up to 27 or 28 children.
That's great. I know a lot of people, they probably scoff at this, don't they?
I do. I mean, I have a lot of people that walk by and then 20 minutes later they're here signing up, and people want to scoff, want to laugh, let them do their own thing. I'm going home with a pocket full of cash, and I've made people happy, so I win.
So how did you get started with this exactly?
It's actually a very happy accident. Years ago, I tried speed dating at a convention in Atlanta, and it was atrocious. And another con was coming up where the staff used to really care about the attendees and programming, and since then the staff has changed over, and it's not the same people, and their goals have changed. But back then, I suggested the idea. I said, you guys should have speed dating at your convention. The email came back, how does speed dating work? So we back and forth emailed, and I basically explained how I thought it should work based on what I'd seen on TV. And finally, they came back with an offer, here, run it for us. And, so on the way down, we're like, oh, my God, this is great. This is wonderful. And before the end of the first show, before the end of the first convention, we had six or seven different con promoters come up to us and say, what's it going to take to get you to our show? And we all just kind of looked at each other and we said, let's run with it. And it was just a happy accident, fake it till you make it, I guess.
What's your usual, you usually get a full house, or is there some days where it's like hardly anybody there at all? Or is it...
If the con does well, we will do well. We can't make people appear out of thin air. We have been to a convention that was expecting 20,000 people. They had 85 show up. We don't know why. They spent tons on advertising. They had a great location. They had a fantastic guest list. And that was, we just can't make people appear out of thin air. And I think it was a sports weekend and a bunch of other factors. But otherwise, we have not canceled a session in years, which is wonderful, thank God. But, most of the time we're pretty packed up. And if the room isn't filled, it's at least 75% filled. And those are usually earlier sessions. Sundays are usually about 2/3 as busy as a Saturday is, but we always do pretty well.
Besides just hosting the sci-fi speed dating, you also kind of guide them along and give them advice too, don't you, in a way?
Yeah, we don't really, it's not sink or swim with us. We really try to help people out. We involve a lot of stand-up comedy to help break the ice. We have systems in place to make sure that the ladies are safe, and I give these guys the speech in the beginning and say, hey, listen, joke with me, I'll joke with you back, we'll have a good time, we'll make the girls laugh, you'll get some phone numbers. I tell the girls, if something doesn't feel right, this is how you let me know. And, throughout the thing, if I see things that aren't, like if I see somebody's body language that looks terrible, I'll take them aside and say, hey, yo, this is going to affect you, try doing this. And I'm not an expert, but I'm a solid 6 on a good day with charisma, and I am dating a solid 10. And it's not that I know things, it's just I know what does and doesn't work, and I've been doing this for 7 years, so I've seen it all. So it's really pretty easy for me to say, hey, try this. And, a great example is I had this guy come up to me after a session, and he was all sorts of angry because he got only one phone number out of the 24 dates. And, this is ridiculous. You're taking me for a swindle. I wouldn't do this. I said, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to do the next session. I want you to smile. I want you to listen to what she has to say. And don't talk about A, B, and C. He's like, why? I was like, those are not quite kosher first date things. I guarantee it. And he's like, well, I don't want to do the next one. I'm like, do the next one and try it. If I'm wrong, I'll give you double your money back. And he came up to me afterwards, and he had 18 of 24 numbers. So, yeah. And I've just seen and know enough that I can throw out some general advice and make it easier on people.
Right. It's amazing how the simple things, smiling, just talking to people, will make all the big difference in getting a date. So we won't keep you too long. I know you're busy today.
No, I'm not busy at all. I had a little thing to take care of because in addition to the speed dating, I'm on staff for this show. I don't know how that happened. And I'm the announcer, so anything that I hear of, I have to just kind of help out with and just be there for. But
Cool. You're a talented man.
I'm a lucky man. I'm very blessed. I don't know about talented. I'm just in the right place at the right time.
Cool. Besides expanding, do you do just certain conventions, or you try to do all of them, small,
If
big?
a convention wants us, we will go. We don't sign exclusivity agreements. We don't play those kind of games because if a con wants to get that up in arms about it, we're here for the fans. So, we've done a show in Philadelphia. 2 weeks later, we did a show in Philadelphia. We go where the fans are, and that's the best for business. It's the best for the fans, and that's why we do about 60 shows a year, and that's between, I think I have 4 teams now, including myself, so 5 whole teams, and next year we're going to probably be running 6 or 7.
Awesome. Cool.
Because I want a day off.
I mean, it's a great thing what you're doing.
Thank you.
You're helping people, and you're making money. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. So.
I think the coolest part about the whole thing, and I was like, oh, they're making money. We donate at least half of what we make every show to charity. Usually it's a lot more than that just because we want to pay the bills and eat for the weekend. But, we've all got other jobs. We make money, so this is just kind of fun for us. But I think the coolest thing that ever happened, and if she ever listens to this podcast, I'm going to get in trouble because I've never told anybody this story. I got this phone call like a year into running speed dating. Hey, Ryan, it's Carrie. Who the hell is Carrie? I don't know a Carrie. I just wanted to see if you would be able to come to our wedding. Where's it going to be? Wisconsin. I don't know any Carrie in Wisconsin. Well, you don't seem too thrilled. I was like, I'm looking at my schedule. What's the dates? And she tells me, and I'm like, oh, God, I really want to see you and your soon-to-be husband. She goes, well, Matt would love it if you were there. I don't know a Matt in Wisconsin. I don't know what to do here. And she's like, we just thought that you'd want to come because we met at your speed dating. And I'm like, oh, yes, I just carried Matt from speed dating. I would love to go. And it was like 5 minutes of faking it. And not, no disrespect to her, but I have a lot of people from the speed dating add me on Facebook. And that doesn't mean that I know you. That doesn't mean that I sit there and look at everybody's profile page and know all the things. But, and it's kind of funny because that was the greatest moment. Oh, my gosh, people have gotten married out of this. It freaking works. It's like the scene in episode 1. It's working! And it was just an awesome feeling. And so now actually Carrie and Matt are really good friends. They're one of my team leads even. So free advertising! So that's what it's all about is those cute, weird moments. And I think the other coolest thing, and people don't want to believe this, I had a guy pass out at a convention. Yeah, he came into the session, and I'm not trying to objectify anybody. It's just the facts of the story. This guy came in, and he was a very stereotypical nerd. And I don't mean that in a bad way. That's my damn customer base. But he was the exact stereotype, copy what you expect. And he came in late, and there was only one chair left, and the chair left was across from probably the second prettiest girl on the whole planet. And I say second because, there's always one more, but he sits down in front of her, and I'm giving my spiel about how it begins, and I can hear this. And I look over, and I hear thud, and he's out. And I'm like, oh, dear heavens. And I wake him up. I drag him out to the room while I'm still trying to run the session, and I call the paramedics. They come over to take care of him. He came back 2 days later. This was on Friday. Came back on Sunday, wanted to try it again. He's in the session, and that same girl is in there, so I'm like, you are not sitting near her to begin with. And so 2 years later, I'm back at that same convention, and this guy comes up to me, and I realize it's him, but he's totally different. He's talking confidently, and he's moving, and he's dressed different, and he's cleaned up, and he seems happy as he's ever been. He's like, I met my wife at your speed dating, and we've got a kid, another one on the way, and I want you to say hi to her because it would mean a lot to her. She's all psyched up, and she's about to cry, and she just doesn't know if she can say hi. I'm like, well, bring her over. And he brings her over, and it's Pass Out Boy and that girl. And I'm just like, does not compute. So those are the kind of moments that we really do it for. We travel all over the U.S. We get to meet great people, and we don't give a shit about the money, but that's what it's all about.
Cool. Before we let you go, is there anything you'd like to plug? Or?
Oh, God, just find us on Facebook, facebook.com/sci-fi speed dating. Come see us. Come say hi. If you're single and tired of looking for love in all Duran places, if you're ready to terminate your single life, please look us up. we will try our best to help. And worst case scenario, you can poke fun at me for an hour and a half session of speed dating.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you guys for your
All
time.
right.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
It's been
keep
a lot
up the
of
good
fun.
work. Keep
Hope
up the
to see
good
you
work.
around again.
All right, we'll be here.
All right, make your Facebook page like mine, and I'll make mine like yours.
All right.
Show me yours, I'll show you mine.
I don't know if my wife would like that, but
Oh. Speaking of nerds that got pretty ladies, you done good, sir. All right, guys. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it.